Here we have the Zilmet Magic Box Maxi. This is a tiny little variable speed drive, very nice in that it's corrosion resistant, got stainless steel connection ports here. It's got its full port up here to prime the pump. In our case with the test set up here with the water higher, we simply opened the full port, opened the supply to the tank, and it went and primed itself, filled up, and we could just quickly close it. This is supposed to be a 650 watt pump, supposed to have a maximum operational pressure of about 3.7 bar, but a max pressure of 4.5 bar. Out of the box, we found it set to 3.5 bar. So yeah, let's see what we actually get. It's now at a 3.5 bar setting. What's very nice on the screen here is it shows the set pressure and the actual pressure achieved. So if it, like for example, off camera we tested it at about 4.5 bar, it can't reach 4.5 bar with our setup here, but then we could see that it was actually achieving 4.2 bar. So we knew, okay, well, we can do a test at 4 bar because it actually gives you that information on its screen. So here at 3.5 bar, we just ran it and stopped, and it actually overshot by quite a bit as it got to 4.2 bar there. But let's have a look what we have with a single shower running. It spools up. It's fairly quiet actually. It's one of the quieter pumps we've tested. And there with a single shower, we're sitting at about 5 liters per minute. And we are at about 3.8 bar. So we're actually overshooting our target a little bit. On its internal pressure gauge, it's also saying it's overshooting a bit. It's saying it's at 3.6, targeting 3.5. Power consumption wise, we're at 415 watt, which really isn't bad. It's amazingly quiet actually. If we then open a second shower here, we're then climbing to 15 liters per minute on here. Pressure we're still maintaining, and it's showing as well, it's managing to keep its 3.5 bar target, and we're drawing 511 watts, which is very good. Then if we open a third shower, there's a slight change in pitch in the motor, but not dramatically. Still keeping about 3.5 bar. Now at about 23 liters per minute. And now we are drawing 602 watt, which is really very impressive actually. So it seems to actually be doing amazingly well. If we then close all of these, just want to, out of interest, since it was able to keep everything so nicely at pressure there, I want to see if we actually open it up and on this circuit here back to the tank. I want to see what flow rate we can do while still managing to keep the 3.5 bar pressure. Ooh, there we're struggling a little bit. Yeah, there on its gauge it's showing 3.2 bar. We're showing a little bit over that. And we are at about 27 liters per minute. So performing very well. If we open it up to be at about 40, at 40 we're dropping down to about 2.4 bar, which is still very respectable. And we're drawing 641 watt. So it's actually staying within its power spec there, which is very impressive. With that impressive result, I actually want to see what happens if we just turn it up to 4 bar as its pressure target. Okay, there it's at 4 bar. Okay, I see with closing that valve quickly there, we actually overshot the 3.5 bar by quite a bit. We actually got to about 4.8 bar pressure in the system here. Okay, now at 4 bar, if we open a single shower, it takes a little while to spool up. So I would definitely think a pressurized buffer tank after this one would be a very good idea. And overshoot shot again, we're at about 4.1 bar there. Still at about 5 liters per minute, drawing 450 watt. So still very, very impressive power consumption. Opening a second shower, which is a slightly higher flow one. Again at our 15 liters. And now we've dropped to about 3.7 bar. So we're not maintaining that pressure quite there, but still very impressive. And at 530 watt, very good power consumption. Adding the third shower in at about 23 liters per minute. We're sitting just under 3.5 bar pressure there and drawing 600 watt. So honestly, it looks fine to use at about 4 bar. Let's see if we can score a bit of power consumption if we go lower. Just going to set it down all the way to about 2.5 bar. I must say this screen in the bright sunlight is not the easiest to read, but it's not like you'd need to set it very often. Okay, there our pressure target is set to 2.5 bar. If we then run the smaller shower head, it does take a while to spool up. Okay, we're again overshooting. We're about that's dropping a bit, about 2.7 bar. Still around the 5 liters per minute there, and yeah, 260 watt only for running a single shower, which I think is the lowest we've actually ever seen. Just out of interest, I just want to see if we throttle this even more and say simulate like a toilet filling or something like that. How far down will it go? I think that was its lowest throttle setting. Still sitting, I'm actually sitting about 270 watt. I just want to check out of interest what this would be at the 3.5 bar. It's definitely picked up a bit of speed on the motor. Very impressive. 295 watt. Okay, now there we're jumping to 350 watt. And at the 4 bar, setting. Okay, we're back up to 400 watt. Okay, so the lower pressure definitely for the small loads, we do score quite a bit on the power consumption. Yeah, they're at back down to the 2.5 bar. So let's just give it a single shower. Okay, single shower, 246 watt. 2 showers running there. Strange. Still drawing the same. Still 246 watt. I think that's its lowest throttling point. Yeah, it's actually not really spooling up even for 3 showers now at the lower pressure. We are a bit down, but about 20 liters per minute with the 3 showers. But that's honestly very impressive. And pressure-wise, we're just over 2.6 bar. So we are overshooting, but only slightly. And it seems to still be drawing around the 250 watt area. That's very impressive. I think if we open it up for higher flow, let's say if we do 40 liters per minute at the lower pressure, it seems to almost be able to maintain it, jumping around a little bit, but it is over 2 bar there, and yeah, on its internal pressure gauge it is getting at the 2.5 bar, and we're drawing 650 watt, so we're not actually going over the rated power consumption. Overall, such a tiny little pump. I am extremely impressed. This really does look like a great value for money little pump. This, it's very quiet. It seems to be performing excellent. The only thing is, due to not having a pressurized buffer tank, you do get a bit of a dip in flow before it goes. But I think something like this with even a smallish pressurized buffer tank would perform really well. I'm impressed.